Gamers, welcome back! Ace-kun here, bringing you another quick character guide. Version 2.3 is finally here, and it also marks the arrival of one of the most awaited characters in the game, Firefly, aka Stellaron Hunter Sam. But before that, I have some exciting news to share with you all. We finally reached 100 subscribers in our channel, and I thank everyone for their support. As thanks, I would be giving away a Welcome, Express Pass, or Lunite subscription of choice to one lucky subscriber by the end of the month. So if you haven't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future content and giveaways. Now, let's get back to our main topic for today. Firefly is a DPS character and is the latest addition to the break-centric meta. But with her release came a lot of questions. Is she F2P friendly? Should I farm the new Relics and Planar Sets? Does she need Ruan Mei? Well, all of that are going to be explained and answered in this quick Firefly guide. Firefly is a fire-type character that follows the path of destruction. In battle, she transforms into her assault mech form called Sam and super breaks everyone in her way. Firefly's kit revolves entirely in breaking enemies' weaknesses, dealing massive amounts of damage to them when weakness broken. She gains ult regeneration and self-sustain in her skill, a lot of speed, break effect, and durability in her traces, attack to break effect conversion, and her own super break damage, all just to make sure that Firefly constantly stays on her enhanced form and the enemies constantly weakness broken. Though as OP as she may sound, Firefly deals next to nothing when enemies are not weakness broken. Thus she requires teammates that buff break effect in some way or assist her in breaking enemies' weaknesses. To understand her more, let's go over her traces. In this guide, I will be ignoring her basic attacks as you won't be using this 99.9% of the time. Firefly's skill, Aerial Bombardment, consumes 40% of her max HP to deal fire damage to a single target enemy. If her current HP isn't sufficient, it drops to 1 HP after using the skill. It also restores 60% of her maximum energy. Additionally, using this skill advances Firefly's next action by 25%. In her ultimate, Sam enters complete combustion state, advancing her action by 100% and gains an enhanced basic attack and enhanced skill. While in complete combustion, her speed is increased by 60, and when using the enhanced basic attack or enhanced skill, increases this unit's weakness break efficiency by 50% and the break damage received by the enemy targets by 20%, lasting until the current attack ends. A countdown timer, which has a fixed speed of 70, appears on the action order. When the countdown turn starts, Sam exits the complete combustion state. The 240 energy cost of the ultimate is irrelevant, as her normal skill regenerates 60% energy every use, and it will only take 2 skill uses at most to regain her ultimate. And with the action advance, she can further speed up the process of getting back into her complete combustion state. Her enhanced skill restores HP by an amount equal to 25% of this unit's max HP and applies fire weakness to a single target enemy, and at the same time deals toughness damage to the adjacent enemies, regardless of their weakness type. Her skill becomes a blast AoE dealing damage to enemies, based on Firefly's break efficiency and attack stat. This enhanced skill deals 90 toughness damage to the main target and 45 to adjacent foes. Firefly can quite quickly break anyone without much effort, even if they're not naturally weak to fire. Firefly's talent offers damage reduction that increases as her HP decreases, peaking at a 40% reduction when her HP is 20% or lower. During her complete combustion state, she constantly benefits from this maximum reduction and gains an additional 30% effect res. At the start of battle, if her energy is below 50%, it automatically regenerates to 50%. Once her energy reaches its maximum, all debuffs on Firefly are dispelled. This ensures she enters combat prepared, virtually immune to debuffs, and ready to leverage her ultimate abilities effectively. Firefly's technique allows her to leap into the air and move freely for 5 seconds, which can be ended early by pressing the technique again or clicking. When the duration ends, Firefly lands and smashes the ground, immediately initiating combat, applying fire weakness to all enemies, each wave for 2 turns and dealing fire damage to them. For her Ascension passive, her Ascension 2 passive lets her deal 55% of the original toughness reduction damage to enemies that have no fire weakness. This may sound useless due to her enhanced skill implanting fire weakness, but this also affects the enemies adjacent that don't get the implant. Her A4 passive states that while Sam is in the complete combustion state with 200% or 360% break effect or more, Sam will convert the toughness reducing damage and deal 35%/50% super break damage when attacking a weakness broken enemy. You'll want to reach that 360% break effect in order to maximize this damage. Her A6 passive converts Sam's attack stat that exceeds 1800 to an extra break effect by 0.8%, which makes building Sam a little bit more flexible and makes her attack stat more useful. For her minor traces, Firefly gets a ton of break effect, some speed, and nice chunk of effect res. For leveling her traces, prioritize leveling her ultimate first, then her skill and her talent afterwards. You can skip upgrading her basic attack to save resources. Now let us go over how to build Firefly. When building Firefly, you're going to need a great deal of break effect and speed in order to maximize her damage dealt during her enhanced form. For speed, her ult has a 72 fixed speed, which means you're going to want to aim for 210 speed to at least get a guaranteed 4 turns before her enhanced form countdown ends. Her ult grants a 60 speed buff, so you should at least aim for 150 raw speed on your relic stats. And team buffs. For break effect, you'll need at least 360%, which is fairly easy to achieve due to her traces, relics effect, and her ideal teammates kits. Also remember that her skill grants a 60% energy every usage, so you should totally ignore the energy regen stat when building her. With that out of the way, let's proceed with her best relic sets. For her relic sets, the new Iron Cavalry against the Scourge set is Firefly's best in-slot relic set, synergizing greatly with her kit, buffing her super break damage and giving her 10% defense ignore. Also, the Thief of Shooting Meteor set gives Firefly some break effect stat and helps her regain more energy, is also valid if you don't want to farm for the new relics. You could also go for 2-piece, matching attack percent and break effect while you're farming for either mentioned sets, but don't go out of your way just to farm them. For the planar ornaments, the new Forge of the Kalpagni set is definitely made for her, offering more speed, making it easier to alleviate Firefly's speed requirements, and a ton of break effect to top that. The Banditry set is also a competitive choice. Given that this planar set has been around for a long time, this could be a reasonable alternative for Firefly if you are still farming for the Forge set. You could also use the Space Sealing Station set. If you have some with break effect stats lying around, then this could be kind of a copium alternative for her. So for the relic stats, go for as much break effect and speed as you can on the substats. For the main stats, look for attack percent on the body, speed for the boots, attack percent for the sphere, and nothing but break effect for the rope. Now that we're done with her relics, let's go over her light cones. Firefly's signature light cone, Whereabouts Should Dreams Rest, is undoubtedly her best in-slot, giving her a whopping 60% break effect. Pulling for this light cone will make reaching Firefly's break effect threshold a lot easier and is definitely the ceiling for Firefly's damage. Though, if you have limited Jades and don't have Ruan Mei in your account, I suggest pulling for Ruan Mei instead, as she is a very valuable teammate for her and will offer more damage increase to her overall compared to her light cone, but more on that later in team section. Fall of an Aeon, in my opinion, is the second best light cone overall and is the best F2P light cone for Firefly, offering up an incredible amount of attack percent and a strong amount of base attack, resulting in a sizable amount of break effect conversion from her bonus ability as a result. The 4-star light cone, Indelible Promise, would be the only 4-star that could be usable for Firefly. Though I suggest it to be a temporary placeholder, I strongly suggest getting Fall of an Aeon for Firefly. It is seriously that good. To wrap this guide up, let us go over her best teammates. Number 1 on the list is Harmony MC. Yes, this is an official ship, folks. Harmony Trailblazer isn't merely the ideal support for Firefly. They are virtually inseparable. Firefly hits like a wet tissue without him. Harmony Trailblazer not only enhances Firefly's break effect significantly, but also introduces a far more potent layer of Super Break, tremendously boosting her damage potential. Firefly's natural Super Break deals 50% damage, but with Harmony Trailblazer, this is amplified to an impressive 160%, greatly elevating her ability to inflict damage. This enhancement underscores Harmony Trailblazer's crucial role in maximizing Firefly's effectiveness in combat scenarios. For the sustain, I can only think of one that heals and is break-centric as well. Gallagher. Gallagher stands as Firefly's ultimate sustain partner, providing essential utility, damage output, and consistency. At E0, one of Firefly's and her team's primary challenges lies in managing skill points. Firefly herself operates at incredible speed, making her extremely SP hungry, while Harmony Trailblazer maximizes damage and energy regeneration through skill use. This collective demand results in a scarcity of skill points, a hurdle Gallagher adeptly overcomes, being a skill point positive character. Additionally, Firefly prioritizes keeping enemies in a broken state to unleash frequent super breaks. Gallagher's role as a breaker significantly aids in this endeavor, thanks to his robust damage resilience. Moreover, Gallagher enhances break damage, thereby bolstering the team's overall combat effectiveness. I mean, he's on Firefly's banner for a reason. Now to address the elephant in the world of Firefly's room. Do you need Ruan Mei on Firefly's team? Ruan Mei forms an incredibly powerful synergy, not just with Firefly, but also with Harmony MC, forming a trio that excels in breaking down enemies. Their abilities complement each other seamlessly, creating a devastating cycle of break efficiency. Ruan Mei's unique strength lies in her ability to enhance break efficiency, which directly amplifies super break damage, the cornerstone of the devastating combo between Firefly and Trailblazer. While Firefly contributes her own break efficiency, Ruan Mei's additive effect significantly boosts overall damage output. Additionally, Ruan Mei provides crucial support to the team with enhancements to break effect and speed, extending the duration of enemies being weakness broken, along with resistance shred, which further augments both break and super break damage. Her speed buff also simplifies the process of optimizing Firefly's gear for achieving crucial speed thresholds. Now, while Ruan Mei may improve Firefly's damage by a ton, you actually do not need her in my opinion. The buffs and SP efficiency that Ruan Mei provides surely sounds amazing, but with proper SP and energy management and speed tuning, other supports are usable as well. I mean, she'll definitely gonna be her best premium support, but the need for her to be in Firefly's team is not as high as Harmony Trailblazers, whom I believe Firefly could not live without. With that being said, here are a couple of alternatives you could use. Asta is a F2P fire type support available to everyone for free. Firefly needs a lot of speed, and Asta could very well take care of that. You could even skyrocket this even more by giving her the Dance 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 light cone. Though she may not contribute to the team's break efficiency, she makes up for it by providing the team a ton of speed buffs. Pela is also a very good support for Firefly, who provides a much appreciated 40% defense reduction to enemies with her ultimate. Pela is also a very SP positive character, a trait that would always be very welcome to Firefly and Harmony MC's very SP hungry duo. To sum it all up, here's how you should build Firefly. Prioritize leveling her ultimate, then her skill and talent, and you could ignore leveling her basic attack, since you would never use it at all. Stack a lot of break effect. Aim for 360% including team buffs. At least 150 speed excluding the ult buff. Her premium team would be with Gallagher, Harmony MC, and Ruan Mei, and her free-to-play team would be with Gallagher, Harmony MC, and Pela or Asta. And that is it for our Firefly guide. If you liked the video, let me know in the comments, and please leave a like and subscribe. Remember, spend responsibly, and I wish every one of you good luck on your pulls. Thank you for watching. Peace.